just begun to live. White lace and promises, a kiss for luck, and we're on our way.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Benched, episode number 86. My name's Joey, joined by my brother Angel. What's up, man?
Hello, why'd you play that song?
Listen, we're going to start right here. This episode is dedicated to Mr. Carl Weathers.
Apollo Creed himself.
Apollo Creed, also starred in Predator, Happy Gilmore, of course.
Yeah,
so many of our favorite movies. Also played in the freaking NFL, linebacker for the Raiders.
Just one of the coolest dudes to ever walk this earth.
When I think about the manly men who shaped my idea of manhood, I think of Carl Weathers.
Apollo Creed,
Apollo Creed.
The rest of the world.
I also think of oh god, his name in Happy Gilmore.
God,
Why is it blanking me right now?
Chubbs or something like that.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's gonna kill me now.
Yeah, you gotta look it up. Sorry, Carl.
God.
But man, just a gem that we got to enjoy for so many years. Carl Weathers, R.I.P. my friend. Thank you for being a man amongst men.
He taught Rocky rhythm.
Yeah.
Taught us how to be cool.
Yep. He taught.
We never achieved how cool he was, though.
He taught Happy how the short game.
Time to find his happy place.
Yep. Find his happy place.
Oh man, it's on and off the court. He was just it. A manly man.
Shout out to Carl, man.
Oh man, one of the goats.
Episode number 86 will be dedicated to Mr. Weathers. We're happy you joined us. If you're listening on YouTube, thanks so much for joining us. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We do shows 3 times a week, no matter what. Yep. This third show is kind of turned into just a weekend show. So going forward, it's going to be there either Friday or Saturday, but you're going to have it for the weekend for that long drought, especially when the games stop and you have nothing for the weekend.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to want to get this out. So we have our football fix on that the weekend.
Did you watch any highlights of the Pro Bowl dodgeball?
Yeah, we'll get into that for sure. Okay, we'll definitely get into that. Okay. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcast, thanks so much for joining the audio version of Bench with the Tovar Brothers. We love you guys too. Listen, just because we're looking into a camera doesn't mean we forget about the guys who are turning us on the car on the way to work, right? Who are flipping us on maybe when they're in the garage working on something. We love you guys too.
Yeah, those guys who are like at work, you just need to pass time, trying to get your mind off of work, and you happen to put on our 2 stupid voices.
Honestly, that's a big reason why we're doing this. Growing up, the best podcaster shows I knew were the ones where I could just sit back and for a couple hours even, just hang out, let them be stupid, enjoy myself with them, just be some dudes talking ball.
We're not quite to the hours thing yet, but we are to the stupid thing yet, and we do talk ball. So
yeah. What are some of your favorite shows growing up?
Update.
Yeah.
Chubbs. I was right.
Chubbs, that sounded right when you said it.
Yeah.
Some of your favorite shows growing up?
Wow.
Mine's SVP and Rosillo. That's the first one.
Sports shows.
Yeah, and then, of course, here in L.A., Mason and Ireland.
Who was the one with, not Around the Horn, the other one?
Around the Horn?
No, not Around the Horn. No, it's annoying. PTI.
Oh, PTI. Yeah. Kornheiser and Wilbon.
I love that one.
Awesome.
That was 2 professionals. They probably weren't great for ratings because I don't know. I don't know who would watch that.
I feel like they were before their time because they were so quick hitter. They could have done really well in the social media age.
Yeah, they could have done clips very well.
But they were 2 really old guys.
But I liked them because they were
awesome.
They weren't overreactive. They were smart about it. Yeah, and then like you said, SVP and Rosillo.
SVP and Rosillo, the original, and then like I said, here in L.A., John Ireland, Steve Mason. I think.
Why'd you say it like that?
John Ireland, Steve Mason, because his name's
Mason Ireland.
Mason Ireland show, yeah. And they've moved it all around the day, but that's been like the staple. If you're in LA plus sports, you know that.
Yeah.
If you grew up anywhere in the LA area, honestly, I think they get it in San Diego.
Yeah.
Those guys. I'm trying to think what else. You ever get to the Lebitard show?
No.
I like the old man.
Nope.
That one segment was funny to me. I don't know.
When it was around NFL Insiders. With Bill Polian, a young, a rookie Phil Yates. It was like just professionals. They weren't trying to get their personality out there. They were trying to talk facts and football and ball.
Do you remember that show? It was, I think, an early ESPN show, and it had John Sally on it.
I don't know what that is.
Basketball player. He was always
John
he
Sally.
played for Lakers a little bit, but look up John Sally ESPN show. You're gonna know what I'm talking about.
Best damn best sports show period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, best. Right.
That was that was a little before its time too. I feel that would thrive today. That's basically what Pat McAfee's doing.
Yeah. Just like
sitting
a
around and talking
vulgar bunch of dudes hanging out,
Yeah.
just saying whatever on their mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why we exist. So you can hang out with us. I don't know how we got to that.
Don't worry, they have great shows now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, ESPN.
Yeah, fantastic program.
I've really just lost my faith in Fox. That's really, as much as ESPN is like, Fox has just gone off a cliff to me.
Yeah. Fox had a chance, and then they just blew
They
it.
had their moment, and then they hired
I mean, we're saying this as like
Emmanuel Acho.
just humble podcasters.
I wish they had the Tovar brothers. We all have what we don't like and don't like.
Come get us, Fox. We're ready for you.
Fox, yeah. If you'll pay, yeah, for sure.
If you'll pay,
You want
don't
some money.
have any. You have zero creative control.
Yeah.
Just give us your network.
That being said, we have the most hilarious sponsor cooking. I'm not going to say it yet because we haven't agreed to anything yet, but it's cooking. We've gone back and forth a couple times, and I think it's an hilarious sponsor for this show. We'll see if it goes forward. You'll know. If it ends up going in the tank, I'll tell you anyway.
I was trying to think of a hint but all my hints are like spot on.
Yeah, it's pretty specific.
Yeah.
If you're on Instagram, X, or TikTok, make sure you follow Bench with the Tovar brothers.
The shallow.
Wow, nice. Yeah. That was so off key.
I forgot how to go. To be
I didn't
honest.
know what you were singing.
I forgot how it went. To be
In the
honest.
show.
I went the Josh Groban route. Yeah. Took it more theatrical.
If you're on those platforms, make sure you follow at Bench Show, spelled just like that. And we're putting up all sorts of stuff there. TikTok, 100 followers now. That's pretty fun. TikToking away there. Instagram, we're always rocking on Instagram, man.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy on Instagram. You guys are nuts.
Comments are fun.
Yeah. And then Twitter, honestly, most of the time it's just me fighting with some kind of Edward or...
It's you find the Cowboy fans. That's all it is. I'm never on there. It's just you go on there like, let's see what Joey's been up to today.
You know, recently it's been I'm not gonna say. I don't want to alienate anyone. Every fan base gets crazy, especially the Eagle fans. So I have nothing to say.
Okay.
we're all nuts. We're all
Yeah.
fan is short for fanatic.
Yeah.
So we're all the same there.
Yes, sir.
Episode 86. We are 14 away from episode
Hines Ward.
number 100. Hines Ward. Yes, absolutely. I think it was Zach Ertz. That's.
Oh yeah, Zach Ertz. Two very good
Boy, Hines Ward though.
dog.
Oh,
Dirty player.
tough
Dirty
man.
as hell.
yeah.
Go for those ACLs and those ankles, baby.
Just a thumb of a man
Yep.
out there playing receiver.
Yeah, just smiling though while he's doing it.
Yeah, just
just a
taking
smiling
guys' heads
assassin. Yeah.
Half Asian.
I don't want to guess the
He
man's
was a bit- he was a
ethnicity.
bit- Also, was in a.
Maybe a bit Hawaiian.
Was-
I see him being barefoot right now.
Was he in a?
What? That's just
I'm not gonna touch that. Wasn't he in Batman?
he
Hines
Hines Ward.
Kickoff, right?
Oh yeah, he was. I
Yeah.
thought. I don't know why I went to Michael Keaton Batman. I was like, why are you using Michael?
He's not that old. Jeez.
Yeah, he was.
So it was Big
Bane,
Ben, right?
Yeah, Bane blew up everything except for Hines Ward.
Yeah. I think he got in the end zone.
That's what Steelers fans doing right now. With are you gonna talk about that later?
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay, cool.
They're basically doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we of course, we are beginning the week or finishing up the week. That's kind of like our first taste of the off season. It's a little dead.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowl's going on. We'll talk about that for as little as possible. But there's not a lot going on. A couple coaching hires we'll get into. Of course, coming into this week, we're ramping up for the Super Bowl. Stories are coming out. It's going to be a great game. Looking at some of these matchups, we're not going to get too much in it today, so you want to save it for next week. And if for those of you who are wondering, off-season stuff, we'll kind of touch it here and there because we can't help ourselves. But as far as like full-scale draft stuff, that'll be after the Super Bowl. Right?
Yeah.
We'll wait for that.
This is why we do the show, is for the biggest game of the year, Super Bowl. Yeah. So next week, if something happens, we'll talk about it. But it's gonna be primarily Niners, Chiefs.
Yep. Let's get into the news. As I say that, we're going to hold off on off-season stuff. I'm looking at my news, and it's basically all
No, we said next week.
Right.
Week. For Super Bowl week, we're not going to be talking about that.
No, I'm saying basically my notes are all off-season stuff. But It's just stuff that's happening right now. I got to cover it.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Ryan Leaf, best known for being a total bust for the Chargers.
Hey, he has a good story, though.
Yeah.
He took to the drugs and he came back.
Jeez.
See, I took this real serious.
Best known for being a total bust for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Came out. He said he said, I guess, I don't know if this is confirmed, but he's supposed to be real close to Jim Harbaugh. And he says that the Giants running back Saquon Barkley could be at the top of Jim Harbaugh's list for what he wants at the running back position. He said this on Good Morning Football there on NFL Network, and I quote, I think Saquon Barkley will be at the top of his list. It's something I know Jim Harbaugh wants to do. He wants to run the football and use those guys down the field with play action. They do have a kind of talented running back there already.
Damn, Austin Eckler. What about him?
Austin Eckler.
Poor guy. One bad season. Get his ass out of here.
Unless we're talking about the best duo of all time, and they team up Eckler and Saquon in the backfield and just who knows, man. I don't know what Harbaugh's going to do there. Do you see any of his press conference so far?
I forgot how goofy and weird and oddball he is.
He was loving on his guys, but like kind of just
don't let the baby blue fool you. I think he said that. We forget like, oh, you're kind of an odd dude. Yeah.
He's kind of quirky, but
you're kind of good at what you do.
He's a mad scientist.
Yeah. A lot of weird guys out there.
Keep an eye on the Chargers. I feel we're going to be talking about them a lot this offseason. Also said some very, very had some high praise for Justin Herbert. Best quarterback he's coached so far. Sorry, Colin Kaepernick.
Well, Colin Kaepernick, Alex Smith. Yeah, I think Herbert's better than both those guys.
Let's move on here. This next guy, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go on him. He's in the media world and he does what he does. Colin Cowherd is in the center of a lot of what's going on right now because he claims to have some insight on the Caleb Williams situation and his camp. Let's just get into it. A couple days ago, he said on his show that Caleb Williams and his group does not want to be drafted by the Bears. They do not want to go to Chicago, and they're making that clear kind of behind closed doors. The next day, he went on and said that Caleb Williams' camp called him after he had stated on his show and said that it's not true. It's not true that they don't want to go to the Bears. And this is what he said, I quote, I got a call from Caleb Williams' camp. They went, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. 5 whoas there. Colin, we don't want to be painted as an anti-Chicago, and we don't want to be painted as an anti-Bear, but did not refute the fact that they don't want to go to Chicago.
Let me tell you what just happened.
Yeah.
Translate this for us. No. The Caleb Williams camp just got played like a fiddle.
Yep.
All he said was, I heard this. He didn't say he had sources. He said, I heard this. Because he knew if Colin Cowherd says it, someone's going to listen.
Oh, yeah.
Then they call him. All of a sudden, he is now on the inside track of the Caleb Williams thing. Bravo to Colin Cowherd. That's a veteran reporter to a bunch of guys who've never been before Caleb Williams camp. They got played. Thoroughly schooled.
I don't like this because I think the leader of his camp is his father, and I think he's starting to – I think he needs to back off. Now, let's be fair here. We went through this with Eli Manning. He had a Hall of Fame career.
Yep.
Okay, went through this with so many guys, and they did just fine. But I see this, and I see Caleb Williams kind of being a little bit of a diva, a little bit of a prima donna, and also a total stud, right? I'm not going to downplay who he is as a football player. And I start to think, what cities do I not want this man to play in? I don't need him in New York.
No, New York would chew him up.
I don't need him in New England.
Philadelphia
for sure. Don't need him with the Giants. I said that. Do I want him in Chicago?
That's a rough and tough town. Gets a little cold over there.
Look, if he just looks at what Justin Fields has gone through in his first couple years of his career, does Caleb Williams survive that?
Yeah, I don't know.
They need to toughen up here, and they need to smarten up how they deal with the media.
Yeah. I think just staying quiet, just don't answer anything. I don't care if it's Colin Cowherd or any of the big Peter King, like any of them. Just don't respond, because then you're not showing your hand. Now you've just showed your hand.
Yeah,
you show like, oh, no, actually we're roping everything. Yeah, when you could have leveraged the Bears and moving off. Yeah,
because now you definitely didn't refute the fact or the rumor that you don't want to go to Chicago. All you did is say that you don't want to be the villain.
Yeah,
I don't want to be painted as a villain.
Yeah.
It's just shut up, like you said. Just be quiet.
Just stop talking. Yep. You don't need to answer every person who says because every person now going to say, well, I've heard this, I've heard that. Just don't respond. If you do that, you're going to be exhausted.
And I tell you what, I mean, if they're going to be getting calls from every insider now.
Yeah.
It's going to try to get a piece of this. If they're willing to run their mouths, there's no shortage of insiders who are going to go in and try to, and they're just going to use it, especially when it heats up. It's not even heating up yet. We haven't played the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Come draft time, when the rumors start flying, Jeez.
Yeah.
We'll be checking out Caleb Williams quite often. Speaking of Caleb Williams, that first overall pick obviously is the topic of conversation for the NFL draft. We'll be talking about it a ton. Of course, the Bears have the decision. Caleb Williams or whoever else or Justin Fields, plus whatever you would get back from that first overall pick. 5 teams allegedly, are set to inquire for the Bears' first overall pick. This is according to, I believe, I don't have the source, but I had it. I deleted it.
A credible source.
Credible source.
Yeah.
There are 5 teams that are set to inquire about number 1 overall. The Commandos.
Commandos.
New coach.
Number 2 overall. So
Dan
just
Quinn.
move up 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Patriots.
Top 3, right?
Yep.
3.
The Giants. They need a quarterback.
Yeah. Daniel Jones.
Really badly. Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Broncos. Sean Payton wants his guy. He doesn't want to have no run.
I tell you what, because you're my guy. If you guys jump to number 1, I don't care who they pick. We're gonna ride with them, and that's gonna be the guy.
Yeah. That happens. I'll be delirious happy and deliriously naive to all of his fault. Like I will be. No, he's okay. And he's just emotional. He's not emotional. He's passionate.
But did you see how when I mentioned the Broncos guy, ladies and gentlemen of America, did you see how Angel handled that? That's a veteran fan knowing can't get too high on this yet. I gotta chill.
Yeah,
I gotta chill.
We've been in the.
Yep.
We've had our Russell Wilsons. We've had our.
That's a veteran fan move.
Yeah.
Yep. Because
that fan has been heartbroken several times.
Yes.
I don't know, sweetie. Never mind.
The source did say. Jeez. The source did say the Bears would want a disgusting. That's too disgusting. Amount.
Yeah, probably I would take no less than 3 firsts.
Yeah, that's a first this year, a first next year, and another first.
Yes.
Wow.
Like you want quarterback, you're gonna come get him because 5 teams are already on this guy. 3 firsts. Yep.
Moving on here, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa coming off a career best season in 2023, and then a swift first round exit in frigid Kansas City. Expect to sign a contract extension with the Miami Dolphins this offseason, told reporters on Friday there at the Pro Bowl. He expects to come back. The owners said they want him back.
He's back.
The coach said he wants to come back. It looks like Tua's going to be there. And they're just going to see what happens. I mean, you can point to injuries this year.
He's just reminding me more and more of just Dak Prescott. Like it's
Tony Romo?
Yeah, just like you're good. Not great. You're going to get to the playoffs. You won't win much, but you're going to be good. Like you're not going to be bad. Like they're going to be in some games and they're going to have a good record most years because he's the quarterback and yeah.
I hope this isn't hot takey, but it is how I really feel. Unless you have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, Joe Burrow. Who am I missing?
Lamar Jackson.
Maybe Deshaun Watson. Unless you have those guys.
Don't say Watson.
No.
Watson, yeah.
If you don't have those guys, you should be looking to upgrade your quarterback. I'm talking if you have Trevor Lawrence, you should be looking to upgrade. Because the guys I just mentioned, the AFC is so tough.
Yep.
Look what and then you have Mahomes. I mean, you have the dynasty in your league, and then you have the young star C.J. Stroud coming. Josh Allen,
Lamar Jackson, right?
Lamar
there.
Jackson, Joe Burrow's back next year.
Yeah, we forget about Burrow.
I mean, you better have a stud.
Yep.
Like you better have an elite quarterback. You need a Hall of Fame quarterback to compete.
I don't think a good system beats these quarterbacks right now.
Nope.
Because we've seen them. They could beat good systems because he's just greater than their system.
This is the Chiefs' down year.
Yeah.
And they went through the Dolphins, the Ravens, and the Bills.
Yep.
On their down year.
Away games.
Yeah. So go ahead, have fun signing Tua for long term.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be a successful, couple years here, but I don't mean unless they get a player who just changes their whole team or something happens to their team that miraculously makes them to an actual contender.
What else can you do? I guess defensively.
Yeah, they were banged up. Maybe next year, like let's just go in healthy. Vic Fangio's out there, that old tired old man or whatever they say about him. Yeah, maybe that's what happens, and something happens, and luck or. I don't know, but shout out to Tua for getting that bag, though. I mean, getting paid, dog.
Especially, I mean, a lot of people were kind of unsure of his career coming into the season because of the concussion stuff and stuff like that. And he did ball out during the season. Don't want to take it away from him. But he's going to have to win in the playoffs to kind of earn the respect to be in that next level.
Yep.
No matter what numbers he puts up. Moving on here, this is something you called early. There's trouble in Buffalo with Stephon Diggs. Like, there's too much smoke now.
What do you know?
This is real. Stephon Diggs, on his future with Buffalo, he said, I can't tell you what the future holds, but I'm still being me. I'm ready to go no matter which way it goes. Sounds like a man who's very open to
transitions. Like, if I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not. Either way, I'm gonna bitch about how many targets I get.
He's gonna be a Cowboy.
Yeah, with his brother over there.
I think he's gonna be a Cowboy.
Yep,
that's my.
I think he's definitely moving. I still don't know where, but he's definitely moving.
And honestly, I think it might be an addition by subtraction.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll take Mike Evans next year and for the next 2 years over Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I'll take that and a couple draft picks. Let's make it work.
I'd take Pittman. I'd take Pittman.
Pittman was good this year.
He's younger.
T. Higgins, younger.
Yeah, T. Higgins. Oh, yes, I'd take T. Higgins.
Yeah.
I mean, he just had a dud of a season, and he's expensive. He's constantly pissed off on the sideline.
Yeah.
Shout out to Teddy Bridgewater. Just announced his retirement, and he has already been named as the head coach of Miami Northwestern High School.
Teddy Two Gloves.
Teddy Two Gloves.
That's his alma mater, right?
Yeah. Favorite Teddy Bridgewater moment?
All I remember him as being a Bronco, and him there was a pick six, and he just showed no effort. That's what remember it was against Philly. Remember?
Yeah, I do.
It was against Philly, and someone ran by him. He just half-heartedly did it. But either way, pretty good career.
Yeah.
Was broken up by that early Vikings injury, ACL.
Right.
They had a hot year, then he just never really came back to what he was. But yeah, pretty decent.
He always reminded me of like a second baseman playing quarterback. A lot of times people would be like a shortstop.
Yeah.
He was like a second baseman.
Didn't have the big arm.
Yeah, he didn't have the strength of a shortstop arm, but it was accurate.
Yeah.
He was gonna get.
He didn't hit 300, but he hit about 240.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
8 to 15 home runs, maybe driving 50.
Yeah. Just a nice casual career.
Nice. My favorite memory is when he wore 50, played quarterback. That was hilarious.
That's just cool.
Moving on here, the Seahawks hiring Leslie Frazier, assistant head coach, to assist his boy.
We haven't talked about
Mike McDonald.
We
mentioned last, didn't we?
No, we didn't, because it happened after the show.
You're right.
Yeah.
Mike McDonald, new head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. We love the hiring. Yes. I think for Devin Witherspoon, for Tariq Woolen,
Julian Love,
that defensive line they have,
that front seven that's been interchangeable.
I think they have pieces that just didn't make sense to us last year why they weren't good.
Yeah.
Like we said that. How many times did we say that? I don't understand.
And if they keep Leonard Williams, a nice, solid veteran piece there.
I think they're going to sign him, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's if they keep him, Mike McDonald will get the best. He got the best out of. I bet you if you ask a football fan right now, name the starting lineup for the Baltimore Ravens on defense, they wouldn't be able to name him.
And they loved him. They can't say enough good things about him.
Also,
going out.
if they have some cap room, maybe they bring in Justin
Matabike.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some Ravens follow him over there because Geno Stone, safety, free agent.
Yeah, that's a good call. Leslie Frazier, by the way, fantastic defensive mind himself.
Yep.
In his own right.
Yep.
I guess he's been a mentor for McDonald for a long time. Now he brings him on his staff. Listen, Seattle. Pete Carroll's not going to coach this year. He's not coaching the Seahawks this year. I get that's sad, but this is exciting. This is about as well as you could have hoped for.
Yeah. You don't lose
him or Vrabel.
Yeah, you don't lose that defensive edge, what Pete Carroll kind of brought there. You just get a younger mind. I think he's wanted a more long-term guy, and I think this is a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Very curious. I think it already came out. Offensively, if they stop doing the whole run the ball 35 times, play action it, if they kind of open up, or if they don't, I don't know. But love this hiring. Seahawks fans should be very, very excited about this one.
Yeah, I don't think they've hired anyone yet. I'm looking now. You know what name's out there? Chip Kelly.
Chip, my boy. I say my boy because he's been UCLA forever and doing nothing. But yeah,
juicy.
Yeah, Chip back in the league would be fun, and especially as an offensive coordinator where there's no pressure of him, being the head coach. Just go out there and be your genius self.
Yeah, there's a lot of names being thrown around here. No one yet. Chip would be fun, but yeah, there's a lot of good names out there. A lot of good young offensive minds seemingly coming up through the ranks. So
yeah,
keep an eye on that. Moving on here. Happy trails to Bucks Pro Bowl center Ryan Jensen. Unfortunately, career cut short due to injuries, but he was a stud. Of course, the center for Tom Brady in that final Super Bowl, an absolute dog. He's going out on top, right? Was he a redhead?
Yep.
Just a
fire redhead
dog in the trenches.
Yep. And Tom Brady loved him. You could say he wanted at the end of his life. He's like, I won a Super Bowl being Tom Brady's center.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people, humans, can say that.
Probably less than 10.
Yeah, he's good luck in retirement. I hope that injury, whatever happened.
Get healthy.
Get right.
Mike Evans is expecting a team to offer anywhere from 25 to 30 million per season.
He's
in free
expecting
agency. He wants to get paid.
This doesn't bode well for him taking a nice deal to go to Buffalo.
Yeah, I think he's not going to Buffalo.
Yeah, he's going to Carolina.
Yeah. God, please don't go to Carolina.
Carolina, we're number 13. Just be thoroughly frustrated with Bryce.
Go to Houston.
Go with the ball.
Go
What?
to Houston.
Houston has cap. Maybe they just
go
pay
to
him
Houston.
and come there. Yeah.
Please don't go to Carolina.
Carolina has a lot of cap room.
Yeah, I wonder at this point if Bryce Young is underrated. Do you think?
Did you watch him play? I think he's properly rated.
I turned it off.
It's been a long time since the Panthers have. But maybe he's actually good. I don't know. But look, Bryce, get better, buddy. I know you're hurt somewhere. I don't know, inside or out, but he's hurt.
Yeah,
my man's hurting.
Raiders.
You get in the weight room too.
Expected to hire former Arizona Cardinals coach Cliff Kingsbury.
Cool guy, Cliff.
As a new offensive coordinator, joins Antonio Pierce's staff, along with who they hire at defensive coordinator? Oh, I can't remember. I think it was an old cat.
No, they hired Marvin Lewis as like a senior advisor kind of role. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They hired a DC though. Patrick Graham. Never mind. An internal hire.
Yeah.
Anyways, Cliff Kingsbury. Listen, he enough people who know what they're talking about say he knows offense.
Yeah.
So it didn't work out as a head coach. He could be a stud offensive coordinator. He definitely could.
This could be his prime position in the NFL.
Yeah.
A offensive coordinator who gets paid a lot of money because they do that now. They get paid a lot of money to stay somewhere. Yeah. This is great. And for an offense that needs kind of an identity, something kind of like sexy. Right now, it's just
but with some real pieces.
Yeah. If they bring back Josh Jacobs, they have Devontae Adams, they have Jacoby Myers. Renfro, if they cut him, they're going to save a lot of money, so he's probably gone.
Yeah.
And then Michael Mayer, rookie tight end last year. So
really well.
And a pretty decent line. So
Let's take a quick break. We have a couple more things to follow, and then I have a question about the greatest coach of all time.
Oh, my God. I know your question.
Yep. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back with some more news here, and let's stick with the Bucs. Mike Evans wants to get paid. So does Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield expected to make at least, that's quotes, $40 million per season. Is that going to happen?
No.
Do we live in an NFL where Baker Mayfield's making $40 million?
I mean, he might. Do you think, okay, is Jared Goff better than him?
Yes.
Okay. So he might probably make a little under Goff then. So whoever Goff has a new deal coming this year, so whatever he makes, he'll make less than Goff. Goff should make 40.
Do you think he'll slot right in there?
Like maybe about 30, 25, 30.
Yeah.
He'll get them. He'll get that Mike Evans deal that Mike Evans wanted. 25 or 30 per year. He'll get that deal.
Bucs just hired Liam Cohen, who worked with the Rams, worked with Baker Mayfield when he was there. So maybe the Bucs are thinking Liam Cohen, Baker Mayfield, next great duo in the NFL to win championships in Tampa Bay.
Or saying like let's build on this. Like we had 1 year of this. We didn't expect it. Let's see if this has some legs. I don't know, but
I think that's a good job by us by being incredibly positive because this isn't going to work.
I like Baker. Yeah, I like Baker. It's hard for me to hate on him now.
We got some Gunther news. You know, I love a good Gunther quote and a good Gunther statement. There's been a lot of rumors swirling around cornerback Jair Alexander. He finished the season with a bang.
Self-titled captain.
Mm-hmm. Made himself a captain in the game. Why? It was his hometown.
Yeah, and you should know that. If you don't,
screw
you.
Don't worry. The guy's had his back.
Hey, the guy's on my back.
Was suspended the next week.
Guys didn't stand up enough for him.
Guys did not have his back. Then he came back. He's a stud, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like there are some games where it's like they don't have one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Like he's not.
I think he probably just picks and chooses.
I honestly think he struggles with big body receivers. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
He's a stud. He's a top 10 cornerback in the league for sure. Packers should obviously keep Jair Alexander. Don't get rid of him. He's a stud, top 10 cornerback in the league. Good job, Goots.
Goont. Cool last name.
Packers, man.
What's his first name again? Brian. Imagine in school, Gunther Kust. Imagine all the jokes that poor guy got.
Just call me Brian.
Please, God, Mrs. Whatever, call me Brian. Little baby Goonty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly, not only a candidate for the Seattle Seahawks for the OC position, but also in Washington for their new head coach, Dan Quinn, expected to be the next head coach. I think it's already announced, actually, of the Washington Commanders.
Daniel Quinn.
Listen, to me, this is just the most boring hire.
I was about to say, it's yawn palooza. This is also, I hate to say it's the Dan Quinn. He might just be a one-year guy, filler guy until Ben Johnson and those guys want to come out.
This is how I know it's just not a threat at all. As an Eagle fan, I was ecstatic when I saw this. Not only did the Cowboys lose a great defensive coordinator, Washington now has a very mediocre head coach.
Yeah. As a head coach, he wasn't fantastic. Defensive coordinator, he's amazing.
Yeah.
I think this is a solid hire. It's not sexy. I don't think it's going to be great. I don't think he's the best. That's the best roster. I don't know.
Here's my thing. Is Dan Quinn an upgrade over Ron Rivera?
It's kind of the same.
Or is it just a lighter shade of the same guy?
Yeah, if it's a 4-3, I run a 3-4. But it's the same guy.
In a full circle turn of events, Ron Rivera interviewing for the defensive coordinator spot in Dallas. So
that probably would be very well.
These guys trading coaches.
Yeah, I think I really do think that this is a 1-year stopgap guy.
Yeah,
like he'll be the fall guy next year if they suck, which he probably will suck because their roster is pretty bad. Yeah. But they'll draft the guy.
Also, if you get a young quarterback, like you're gonna send him to go be on Dan Quinn's team.
Yeah. No, I think. Hopefully. Washington's not like there's some a new owner and new whatever, but they're not known to be some phenomenal breeding ground for head coaches, quarterbacks. So,
according to our girl Diana Rossini,
we just crapped on the entire hiring. Good for Dan Quinn. You got another head.
Yeah, good for you. But
another head spot.
It's not. I don't think we're alone in feeling that way.
Yeah.
I think most of the league probably feels that way. Yeah. According to Diana Rossini, who we know just brings the absolute fire.
Baby girl Diana.
Like, she honestly brings the heat like Woj does in the NBA. Schefter and Rappaport, they break the big news. Yeah. But if you want the day-to-day. The real, what do you call it? The tea. The real tea. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got Diana Rossini, friend of the show. Bill Belichick was being considered by the Commanders. They ended up just straight up choosing Dan Quinn over Bill Belichick.
Where are we in reality? What universe is this?
What's going on with Bill?
I saw on Twitter, and I didn't send it to anybody. I just saw it and I liked it. He still wanted full control of the roster.
That would explain a lot.
Yes, how he didn't want a GM. He wants to still control every part of the roster.
Yeah.
That would turn off a lot of GMs, a lot of owners. It's like, no, you can't, Bill. You can't.
He just historically was not a good roster builder.
Yeah,
like,
great
not
coach,
a strength of his.
Mind of football, one of the greatest ever, if not the greatest ever. But GM, I don't know, Bill.
Yeah, it sucks because you could tell he loves it. He loves, like, there's all the
draft
videos,
process,
of him in the stands with the binoculars, eating the peanuts.
Yeah, then he
in the rain watching. He
skipped the combine 1 year to go watch this guy from a small school. He did a private workout in the rain with him.
Yeah, he loves it. So maybe he's.
You can still do that, but you're gonna have to collab with somebody, Bill.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. But Bill Belichick here just stays taking L's.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years, he just didn't win in New England, fired, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, he got fired. And now losing jobs to Dan Quinn and other vanilla guys. It's just a bummer.
I know what's in the say what you're gonna say next, because we got to open this up a little bit.
Yeah, I just got a pretty interesting tweet about Justin Fields, but we'll get to that before we break it up. Let's talk about Bill Belichick here for a couple minutes. Marlon Humphrey, the cornerback for the rival Baltimore Ravens.
The all-pro cornerback.
All-pro cornerback.
At one point, all-pro.
He tweeted this. The, quote, greatest coach of all time did not get hired out of 6 head coaching jobs open. I think that debate could be put to rest now. Has Bill Belichick taken enough L's to where Andy Reid is a better coach than him? And he's just not in the greatest head coach of all time realm anymore.
It just looks bad now because now they separated. Tom won one. Yep. Then when they fired him, no one wanted to hire him. It's a little telling, and there might be some truth to what he's saying. If no one wants to hire somebody, there's something wrong with him.
Yeah, but then you look at Vrabel and Pete Carroll also not getting jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of a weird.
Maybe he's an old guy. Maybe people just don't want an older head coach. They want a guy who's been there for the next 10 years, not for the next 5.
For some reason I've never been on either side of this argument. I don't love Bill Belichick enough to argue that he is the greatest, but I'm also not like a straight up hater on him.
He also won six titles.
Respect him.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you wanted to build an argument against Bill Belichick being the greatest of all time, it's just getting easier and easier.
Yeah.
The fact that like you said, they didn't win. They couldn't make a quarterback work there.
Mm-hmm.
Locker room.
They couldn't draft a wideout.
Coaching decisions that were just, what in the world are you doing?
Yep.
Tom Brady leaves, and then he just, not only did he win, he like took a Bucs organization that was like one of the worst teams in the league year after year.
Yeah, he took a culture with him.
The whole thing. Like was it the Patriots way, or was it just, hey, you have Tom Brady?
It's just Tom Brady's way.
Exactly.
He's a very good. He's the best quarterback of all time.
So if you're building an argument against Bill Belichick, it's just getting so easy, and this is the latest among many things that you could put on that argument, is what Martin Humphrey here says. And by the way, to take a shot.
Kick a man while he's down.
Oh my gosh!
Look.
That's a real rivalry there.
Yeah, he does. There's not going to be a when Marlon Humphrey gets older. The Patriots have signed. No, not or whoever signed. Whoever has Bill Belichick as their head coach.
Yeah,
and Bill's too qualified to be a DC because obviously he's top 5 head coach of all time. So it's head coach nothing.
And
he's 72. Maybe next year, maybe the Cowboys. Jerry Jones. That will not at work. Maybe maybe a team.
Think of a worse. Yeah.
Maybe a team opens. A team opens up. Like maybe the Giants come knocking on the door. The Jets.
He's gonna have to move off his control thing. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, Bill. I'm sure you want it. I don't think anyone else wants it.
There's also too many good young executives nowadays.
Yeah, There's too many, and there's too many that we don't even know are good.
Yeah.
For example, John Lynch was in the booth, then became a GM, and is now one of the best GMs in football. You just don't know. So there might be some guys who's better at that, like than you, Bill. The GM side, coaching side, he's mastermind defensively.
Yeah. I don't know. He's not going to be a head coach this year.
Yeah.
I guess he's looming, but he's going to be 73 next year. Another year removed from an NFL that seemed to have passed him by already. Do we never see Bill as a head coach again?
If this is the end, what a sad ending for this guy who just gave his life to football.
Okay, what should he do? How do if you're Bill Belichick here, how do you land the plane, save some face, and win?
All right,
I know my answer.
Get a fork, get a knife, get a paper towel, put it right here. A little piece of humble pie.
Yeah.
Say, I'm not the coach I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I need a GM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go somewhere with a GM and for more help around me. That's how you get back in it. Not doing what he's doing right now.
So I have something similar. I think you take an even bigger piece of that humble pie.
Okay. So like half of it.
Mm-hmm. And you basically say, listen, my head coaching days are over.
Oh my God.
I did it.
Oh, Joseph.
I did it as good as I ever could. I am going to go be the best defensive coordinator in the league.
Who's gonna?
Because you know what will give you total control? Some young offensive coordinator who just wants to coach a quarterback and run a crazy offense and just wants to say, listen, Jim Schwartz, listen, Vic Fangio, listen, go take the defense. It's all yours. Run your defense and go kill it. I think that's the spot for him.
Name a head coach who he would be willing to do that with.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's going to take a big piece of humble pie.
Yeah, I don't. Good plan. He'd be phenomenal as just a DC. Good. But he's Bill Belichick. He's not going to be a DC anywhere. He's head coach or nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, good time, Bill, for you to start a podcast.
Yeah, the Bill and
you and Nick.
What's Nick Saban going to do?
Just hanging out.
He's done, right?
Yeah, he retired. He's been yelling since 1999. He should retire. He retired the right way.
Well, so I don't follow college very much, and I know you even follow it more than I do. Did the NIL kind of run him out of college football?
It's running a lot of people out. Yeah, NIL is kind of ruining recruitment, ruining a lot of stuff because recruiting used to be name of the game. The
now
best recruiter, best
money.
Now it's I don't care what your name is. How much can you pay me, dog? Because if you pay me enough, I'll go to FAU and play there.
I feel like we're not paying attention enough, but there are There's a handful of college athletes that are making more than
Brock Purdy,
100 or so NFL players.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So why leave? Why stay at your school? Why not move on? I had a tweet and I lost it, and it's killing me. But oh well, not meant to happen then. Yeah, Bill Belichick. I mean, I don't know. His name will come up again. I can't imagine why. Head coaching jobs are filled.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel still out there too.
He might just not have a head coach. He might. I don't think he's the kind of guy who should be the humble pie guy. Like, just be DC. Maybe I want him.
Such a good head coach.
I want him to be a head coach, but maybe he's too rough and tough for guys. Maybe like they can't control him. I don't know what, but he should be head coach.
Yeah.
Maybe just take a year off next year, get back into the whole thing, and
And then last name here, Pete Carroll.
PD.
What does Pete do?
Retire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's older
retirement's
than Bill.
Yeah, he was the oldest coach in the league for last couple of years there.
Yeah, Bill, Pete, retire. Your status as creating the Legion of Boom and a culture in Seattle is set. You're fine. No one's going to question your legacy. One of the great coaches of all time. Put a trophy in front of Seattle, in front of the state. I don't know what it's called. Put a trophy there and retire. Go be a legend in Seattle. Walk around, never buy a beer again.
And not to mention first ballot Hall of Famer.
And for small, yeah.
Like he's going in.
You know what? He'd be great in the booth. I bet he'd be fantastic.
He would be good in the booth.
He's still gonna inject and like fun and stuff. Yeah, he'd be great.
Looking Twitter right now. I think that's all we got. That's our show for today, guys.
Do you want to talk any highlights of the dodgeball tournament that the Pro Bowl players did?
I almost got through the show without having to do it, but I knew.
Are you watching?
You're really into it. So why don't you break down? Okay, here's what I've seen. I'll tell you what I've seen.
I didn't watch it either.
I don't know. So I haven't seen it. I've only seen
clips.
I guess clips. Let's not call them highlights. Let's call them clips.
Clips.
Whoever came up with the center challenge just doesn't know that a center and a long snapper are different positions.
Yeah, center does not.
What are they doing?
A long snapper, there's a lot goes into being long snapper. It's more than people think.
There's a reason that every team doesn't just save the roster spot and just say, "Hey, center, why don't you go and do the long snap?"
Yeah, it's not sixth grade where you could be a center.
And you can tell those centers weren't taking it serious. They were just I forgot what.
Travis Kelce, poor Travis Kelce, Hall of Famer.
Jason Kelce.
He
was trying.
Yeah, but
there was a center who went out there and just didn't even look back. Just started throwing balls, maybe out of frustration, maybe just to mock the whole thing. But he didn't even look back. He was throwing balls all over.
All I saw was like, this is the Pro Bowl? This is what they worked all year for to throw balls, be tune their legs?
Well, I did see Derrick Henry he might be a Hall of Fame dodgeball player.
Him and Justin Simmons.
He's very, very good.
Trevon Diggs was very good at it too. No. Wait. Yeah, Diggs. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, Stephon. No, sorry. I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb was fantastic.
Wow.
I don't know why I got those guys mixed up. CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Justin Simmons and phenomenal dodgeball players.
You want to know my latest Twitter battle I had?
Oh God.
So Dan Orlowski.
Yeah.
See that? He competed in one. He participated in one of the drills, the accuracy drill.
Why?
And
okay.
Well, just for fun.
Okay.
And he outscored Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa.
Then this is not
And so I had some Cowboy fans with some tweets in my what do you call it? Feed?
Yeah.
Some tweets in my feed just going off on how this shows you Jalen Hurts is not an NFL quarterback.
Okay. Not
guys,
at all. Shut.
This is a joke.
Go ahead.
This is the Pro Bowl. This isn't real. The guys aren't taking it seriously. Chill.
Does not have the worthiness to be called the Pro Bowl anymore. It's not the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
It's the Pro Bowl games. It is not the Pro Bowl. It is the Pro Bowl games.
You know what it feels like? It feels like the last day of school.
Yeah, just like, let's let it go. Whatever, dude. Just, let's just have a good time.
We're going to have some activities.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you win. We're all getting pizza anyway.
If you cross the line, whatever, dude. Got juice boxes on the way.
Yep. It don't really matter. Just stay healthy and go have a good time.
Yeah.
Grab some pizza. Get the girl's number before the summer hits.
Yeah.
Know that she's probably not going to call you because
sign my yearbook.
Sign my yearbook.
That's a little personal. I feel like you just got you got a girl's number and she never called you all summer.
No, I'd be the one who gave the number who didn't call all summer because I was getting
you're a dog.
I'm a dog
because you're one of them boys.
Yeah, I mean anything else you saw from the Pro Bowl that is mildly interesting?
No, the only thing I want to watch is the flag football game. That was fun. That was kind of okay to watch.
Just don't get hurt, please. For the
Yeah.
love of God,
Oh my God. There's 3 Broncos there. Do not get hurt.
please.
None of you. If you have to sprint, just don't sprint.
That flag football though. Better start heating up because America's gonna come calling at some point.
We're coming, bitch. Come for all you other nations out
You're
there.
a potty mouth today. I've noticed that. You know what I noticed about you? The later, because let's only peel the curtain back on the process of this well-oiled machine.
Yeah, that is benched.
That is benched. We record at all times of the day because we have full schedules and we're just trying to. So at the moment it's 11:15. Angel actually has work in the morning.
Yeah,
11:15. What I've noticed about Angel, the later we record, the worse his mouth gets. Like the worse it gets.
I'm a creature of the night.
He just. If we're in the morning, my guy is on point. He's saying frickin'. He's doing
these darn players.
But if we get past 9 o'clock, jeez.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, whatever. I think we should wrap it up.
Before you say anything else, you're gonna regret later on when Joey edits it. He puts the bleep over the cuss words. Sometimes he bleeps over his words. I don't cuss. I said bleeping and you bleeped it.
I did, but everyone believes it.
Whatever.
Have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you Monday.
Peace.
Bye.